Hey, welcome back. We're in the last week of us talking about how to be humble. It's all about how we can reflect the humility and confidence of Jesus in our lives. Like we've said in the last couple videos, humility simply means freedom from pridefulness or arrogance. And confidence is all about being certain of yourself or of something else. Today, we've got the world at our fingertips. We have access to everything, it seems like, all at once, thanks to our phones. Between social media, games, streaming services, apps, we've basically been trained to think that we can get what we want when we want it. We rarely have to wait for this. And when we do, well, we're definitely not happy about it. We all experience this type of thing in one way or another. Trust me, it's not just a middle schooler problem, it's a humanity problem. We all know we have room to grow. But if we're honest, even if we know we want to grow, we don't do it. And maybe that's because we don't know where or how to start, or we're afraid of failing. The reality is, growth matters not just in our lives, but in our faith. Growth is necessary if we want to become the person that God created us to be. Jesus is our best example for how to live a life in confidence and humility and to choose growth. Today, we're going to look at an account from Jesus' life that was written down by his buddy Matthew. As we jump in here, I just want to be clear that this was at the start of Jesus' ministry. He had just been baptized and was led to the wilderness to prepare and grow his faith. Let's read it. It reads, "Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted there by the devil. For 40 days and 40 nights he fasted and became very hungry. During that time the devil came to him and said, 'If you truly are the Son of God, tell these stones to become loaves of bread.' But Jesus told him, 'No. The scripture says, people do not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God.'" There, Jesus was in the wilderness, fasting and praying and preparing for the start of his ministry. And just like that, he was tempted to give up. But what did Jesus do? He trusted God to provide for him. And even though it was probably really hard, Jesus chose humility. He is the Son of God, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Jesus was tempted again and again to do different things that would prove he didn't trust his Father in heaven. And each time, Jesus withstood that temptation. He never gave in. After all that, you know what happened? Well, let's read it. It's this. "Then the devil went away, and angels came and took care of Jesus." Jesus was not in this alone. They were there to help him every step of the way. Clearly, if he wanted to, Jesus could have done everything in his power to do what the devil was tempting him to do. But instead, Jesus chose humility. He chose confidence in God. He chose growth. Remember, it takes time to grow. It is a process. So I want to encourage you to continue to grow. And while you're growing, continue to be humble. And I want you to think about this as you head out. How do you want to grow in your life? Take care, guys. Have a great week.